Y'all, I ain't did a video like this in a minute. And we just gonna see, if I want to do something like this again. But this video is particularly, talking about women that only seeking the attention of men that they know that they probably don't have no interest in, but they just doing it because they're not getting that same attention at home. This is strictly for the fellas, but if the ladies want to chime in and watch the video, I mean, feel free. But let's talk about it. All right, you gotta not pay attention to, those type of females that just seeking your attention just to get attention because they're not getting it from their man at home. I mean, you gotta pay attention to body languages, and you gotta pay attention to just what they're doing, because if they're not trying to engage in any type of conversation, but they just around, or maybe they could just be around just because they just want to be around your presence, but you can kind of like feel, as if that's all she wants, because it's not like no, conversation that's building to that point, right? You got to pay attention to the small details of the signs. Like if you just at a store and if it's a, attractive woman that's probably in the same aisle as you, but she's, looking at you, or you may feel as if she's giving you a signal, you can't always, engage into that signal. Because if a woman wants to engage in the conversation, she'll make up anything to try to say to you to try to engage in the conversation. It isn't always about just who makes the first move. Because if she's a woman, and there's a difference between girls and a women. Girls don't know how to start a conversation off. They don't know how to, engage into, forwarding off a conversation to try to just make something out of nothing, even if it's really not nothing about nothing. But they just willing to take the, a step to try to say something. And how I know this is because, I've had women that would engage in conversation first. But you have to be mindful that it isn't always at the same time. It could be a possibility that she's only doing that just because it's something that's missing, that's not being fulfilled at home. And the reason why you may feel like, okay, why don't she just leave? Why don't she just, remove herself from a situation that she's in if she's consistently not getting what she's trying to get out of you? And that's because, when women and just people in relationships in general, when they are living under the same roof as their significant other, it's let's just say if they were together for like 3 or 4 years, people tend to settle after those years, and they don't have the energy or don't want to have the energy to start back over. And what women or men fail to realize that may be in these situations is that starting over could be the best thing for you. But a lot of people don't want to start over because it could be scary to them, because they feel like, okay, if I've been in this situation for this long with this person, then why am I going to start over with something else if I don't know if it's really going to work? So it's kind of like, let's just say, for an example, if you had a job and you know that this job is not really where you want to be, but the money's cool, but it's another situation over here that's better. It may not pay as more as this job, but you know that in your heart, it's not about the money, it's about what you love doing. Because a lot of people that's making money can be miserable at the jobs that they at because they're getting paid a lot. That's because they're still there because of the money or how much they're getting paid, but they're miserable. Compared to the person that's probably not getting paid as much as that person, but that person over there is free because they have way more options to be able to be themselves, and they're their own boss. So I'm gonna pull this back into a relationship. When we're talking about relationships, like when you're in a relationship and you've been over here for so long, you don't feel like going over here starting over something new over here and being free, single, free, but not free as in just like free to do what you want to do, but free as in no stress, and you could be able to move to the sound of the beat of your own drum. A lot of people don't want to do that because they don't know how to be to themselves, and they don't know how to have that sort of type of peace when they've been trapped into so much stress for all these years. They don't want to start over and rebuild themselves back up because they've been doing this for so long. Just like when people have jobs, they've been here for so long, they don't want to move and move up to find something that's better, that may not pay as much, but it pays good enough, but allows you to be your own person. See, relationship, it costs. So you have to pay, not financially as in dollars, y'all, but you have to pay to go through the bullshit that you're going through with that person because you love them, right? Compared to where you could just be over here focused on yourself and building yourself up, and you don't have to deal with that stress. And it's like you're building yourself to the point the way you have a peace of mind and you're clear-headed, but you're not paying for the stress that you've had to deal with when you was in this relationship that you in. So you don't want to move to make yourself better because you're comfortable. Comfort. And I'm gonna go back to women that, the whole reason me making this video, fellas, don't pay women attention that only just seeking just attention. And like I said, signs with the body language. If she really want to talk to you, she's going to engage in conversation. But she's so comfortable, we talking about comfortable in her relationship, she don't want to move and just be to herself and try to build herself up to start over from scratch. She wants to stay right here because this is what she's comfortable at in this relationship. So whatever he's not giving her at home, she's going to try to seek that in other places. Whether it's the workplace, whether it could be something that's such as Kroger's, a mall, Walmart, Targets, anywhere. She's going to wear something that's going to be like, that's going to catch the eye of another guy. And as long as he's looking at her and paying her some attention, like, man, whew, I gotta have her, man. She is bad. Just that right there would do it for her, and she could be like, okay, I can go home now. And don't even have a damn thing to buy from that store, but the fact that she just wanted to get out just to be seen because she feels like she's not being seen at home. And that's why I say, fellas, when you see women that do that, ignore them. Because it's going to be a repeated pattern, because you're going to see it, sometimes you may see it as often, so you'll kind of pick up with the details and not just go after a chick just because you see her thighs out or anything that's revealing that's going to get your attention. Those are the women that you do not try to pursue. Because 9 times out of 10, those are the women that are in a relationship that's just trying to seek attention from you that they're not getting at home. Because if they're in a woman that's not trying to get attention and they're not in a relationship, they're not going to be so dressed to the point to where it's going to seek that type of attention. That's going to catch heads turning. You know what I'm saying? And I know some of y'all may be thinking like women that dress like that want attention because they don't have a man. It's not true. And they do could be at work. So he don't know what she have on. She's at the crib just chilling because he the breadwinner. So she decided to just put something on and just get attention, by going to the store in that type of way because she knows she's going to get it. So it doesn't always mean that she's dressing like that because she wants attention, because she's single. It's because that it could be because she's also in a relationship and she's going to dress like that because she's not getting attention from him. So she's seeking attention from you. Don't give her that. And you may be like, how do you know? How do you know that this woman just want attention and just attention and that's it? Pay attention to the body language. Don't say nothing. Don't be the first person to say something. Wait and see if she's going to say something to you. If not, then you will know. Because any woman that want to engage in any conversation with you and try to get to know you, she'll just say something as stupid as, where is this located? And you gotta kind of be careful with that too. All right. But sometimes you have to take the chance to even try to find out yourself to see if that's what she wants, because you can just ask her, so if you want to go out sometimes, or get a couple of drinks or whatever. And depending on how she responds to that, it'll pretty much tell you everything you need to know about that woman. As if, if she wants to actually talk to you, or she's only just, trying to just get the attention from you. But to wrap this all in one, y'all, focus on you, fellas, and don't chase after the bag, because anything you chase after, you will trip up and hurt yourself. Just chase your goals. No, that's still trip up and hurt yourself. Follow your goals. Focus on your goals. Get to the money that makes sense, not just to the money, because when you just get into the money and it really don't make no sense why you get into the money, but you just get into it, then you pretty much just really don't know your purpose. You just trying to just get $1. And when you're in situations like that, you can kind of end up in a dead end to nowhere. That's all I got. Sensei Reality TV, like I said, I ain't did none of this type of video with just the recording. Normally just be audio or a compilation video or a short clip. But yeah, let's see what the response will be. But y'all be good, live, love, laugh, stay military minded, and ain't no telling when I'm gonna do this again. But it's just something I want to try out, because I ain't even a minute. But I'll be back with more bangers, with hip hop, music, and entertainment. Y'all already know what it is with me. One love, peace. I'll let y'all later. Sensei Reality TV. I'm gone.